is a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bears will kick it away to start us off. The Mustangs offense will get the first possession of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To throw, it's Jennings. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Catches it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Bears offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like you did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Back to pass, it's Robertson. He's got it on the move. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Makes the catch. It's Brinson. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
That's reeled in. It's Brinson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Mustangs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
We'll send the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Running to Green. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Bears get enough to move the chains.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front, great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Prentice. Ball's out. Bounced right back to them. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. They've got some dudes who they feel are...
It's a seam wide open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for room, it's Washington. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes and continue to feed this man the ball.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, Dave?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to go up top. Card in the backfield. It's Washington. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Washington. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Bears line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Dropping back, it's Jennings. With the catch, it's Hudson. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got him. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Brinson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Mustangs are rolling down the field. Looking for a man, it's Jennings. Quick completion on the out route. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. It's Harden. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Harden. Turning on the Jets.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about create.
Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Bears have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. There he goes! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This will likely be the last play of the half. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It is perfect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
The Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bears have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air. It's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his man. It's Washington. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll pull it on the read. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
Caught close to the marker, it's Hudson. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, then this offense is virtually unstoppable. Because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Rhett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for...
There he goes! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, these running backs had all kinds of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We've got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And the Bears will punt this one away. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The give out of the gun. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Good timing on the quick out. And the Mustangs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Jennings. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week at Ncaa.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately. And the Bears need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Right on target this time. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Grab near the marker. It's Maryland. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
And with that touchdown, you could hear a pin drop in the stadium. The home field crowd taken out of it right away. If they get the extra point, they tie it up. What a momentum-shifting touchdown by the offense.
And the extra point ties the game in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Cameron. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. He leaves it with his back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Knight. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Using the quick game. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
3rd and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Hand off from the gun. Powers through the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and